one JavaScript. What is the second one? TypeScript. Everyone feeling like Node.js means only Java.
Okay.
Hi, this is Sushant here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I think you can see my screen now, right, guys?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So before starting the session, let me introduce about myself. Hi, my name is Sekhar, having 15 years of experience on Microsoft technologies, currently working as a Azure architect. Okay, yeah. See, before going for Microsoft Azure, just I want to let you know something about IT infrastructure. Okay, do you know what is the IT infrastructure? Anyone, any idea? What is the IT infrastructure?
Many of the computers connected to the network. Is it the one?
Okay, good. That is correct.
I mean, access required for the running your program and
Yes.
the hardware and software parts.
Yeah, correct. Simply, I can say infrastructure. IT infrastructure is nothing but collection of hardware, software, switches, network, load balancer is called IT infrastructure. Okay, best example. See, whatever the window I am presenting, that is IT infrastructure. Okay, for example, here all the devices are connecting to one router, and this load balancer managed by load balancer, and these are all firewall settings. Requests are coming from outside of the network. So this is what infrastructure, and whatever the servers, hardware devices, databases, server racks, these we will call it as IT infrastructure. Okay, so what is the IT infrastructure? It is collection of hardware, software, switches, network, load balancer, cables, bytes. We will call it as IT infrastructure. Right? To maintain our own IT infrastructure, we require what? Any idea? Data center. Am I right? So to maintain our own IT infrastructure, we require data center. So what is the data center? Data center is the heart of the organization. Okay, so if you go for any company in the world, every company they have their own data centers. For example, if you go for TCS, Wipro, Cognizant, any company in the world, they have their own data centers. So simply I can say data center is the heart of the organization where they can store, maintain, and access the data within the corporate network is called data center. So this is the exact picture of data center. Okay, for example, if you would like to build 5 servers, assume that 5 virtual machines. So what we have to do that? First, submit the request to data center team. Data center team, they will rack the space for 5 servers. Then we can start implementation process. I mean, install the OS, second, configure the networking. Okay, third one, allocate the storage. Fourth one, implement all monitoring tools. Fifth one, install all firewall rules. Okay, sixth one, configure the load balancer. Once all these checklists are completed, then we will hand over these servers to development team. So development team, they will develop the application, host it, test it out. That is further steps. Okay, this is exact picture of data center. Okay, if we have our own data center, okay, if we have our own data center, then why should we go for cloud? Okay, what are the challenges currently we are facing for our own data center? See, what are the challenges? First thing, we need dedicated space for housing infrastructure. Okay, in order to would like to build one infrastructure of data center, what we have to do? We have to purchase the land, then construct the building according to rules and regulations, guidelines provided by government. Okay, next we need high bandwidth internet. Assume that my TCS data center is there in New York. I am sitting in Hyderabad. So how can I access this data? If you have high bandwidth internet, yes, I am able to access that data and I could manipulate the information. So in our own data center, we require high bandwidth internet. Okay, next we need redundant power supply. As you know that already, to run this data center, we need what? Electricity. Okay, if there is no electricity, we should be able to run the data center with the battery or generator. Do you know this we will call it as rack? Each rack is integrated with tar. This is the tar. If you observe this one white color, that is the tar. So they are communicating each and every rack of same data center. Why? Because if this rack is failure, it would be synchronized with another rack. So it won't affect it to what? Your data at any cost, your data should be in line. Okay, yeah, next. Other important thing is dust-free environment. So always we should maintain clean and green of data center. Okay, do you know our Facebook data centers are there in Ireland? Okay, yeah. Next, even Microsoft Azure data centers, they are trying to kept in inside of the sea. Okay, inside of the sea, that testing phase is going on. Maybe by 2030, all data centers would be inside of the sea. Okay, that is a wonderful experiment introduced and doing by Microsoft. That is the uh, first industry in the world. They are testing it out. They are trying to construct and make them available inside of the sea. Okay, yeah. Next, other thing is efficient cooling system. Efficient cooling system means if we enter into the data center, you can see less than 10 degrees Celsius temperature. So why? Why? Because it is producing lot of heat. Okay, in order to control, always the temperature would be less than 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, if you have the chance, just go and enter into the data center. You could see less than 10 degrees Celsius temperature. Okay, yeah. Next, other thing is high physical security. What does it mean? Even though you have 20 plus years of experience in IT industry, you are not allowed into enter into the data center. Why? Because the data center which contains very sensitive information. So there would be a manipulation, someone can tap, someone can hack the data and all. Due to all these reasons, we are not allowed to enter into the data center. So to do that, they will provide high physical security. So next, other thing is hardware replacement. Why every year we have to replace the hardware? Okay, best example, our smartphone itself. What is that? Our smartphone itself. If you take our smartphone, to be frank, every year we are changing the mobile. Am I right? Why? Why we are changing the mobile? So whatever the apps launched by the vendor, to run them smoothly in our devices, we are upgrading our hardware devices as well. Okay. Initially, we used to get the mobile with 1 GB RAM. Next 2 GB, 3 GB, 4 GB, 5 GB. Now 8 GB RAM mobiles also there in the market. So why? Because whatever the apps are launched by the vendor, to run them smoothly in our device, so we are upgrading hardware devices as well. See, smartphone itself, we are spending 20K. If enter big data center, so this kind of data center, if you would like to upgrade the hardware, just assume that we have to spend course and course and course money. Okay, not only that, as you know that already, every day we are getting one new technology. Every month we are getting existing project enhancements. Okay, new upgradation of frameworks. Okay, new upgradation of softwares. to support them new version of software in the market, we have to upgrade our hardware devices as well. Okay, best example, our Windows 11. If you would like to install Windows 11, i5 5th generation, it won't support. Okay, minimum RAM should be greater than 12 GB. If a laptop is 8 GB, maximum it won't support to install Windows 11. So as per market standard, we have to upgrade, what is that? Our hardware system as well. Okay, yeah, so this is the another cost. Why? Because to upgrade entire data centers, to upgrade the cables and all, it's not a small task. We have to spend a lot of time, lot of budget. Okay, yeah, next. So other thing is, need more time and more expense to build our own infrastructure. That is quite common. To build our own IT infrastructure, we require more time and we have to spend a lot of budget. So because of all these reasons, entire IT industry looking towards cloud, 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 cloud. Okay, not only these challenges, we have other important challenges is disaster recovery. For example, you are running only one data center. This is the only one data center. For example, this data center is crashed. Okay, if this data center is crashed, what will happen? The data which is stored in data center, that will be lost. If data is lost, our business will be not good. Am I right? So in order to make your data secure, in order to perform backup activity for your data, also to make it high available for your infrastructure, we need another data center. That we will call it as what? DR. DR in the sense disaster recovery. Okay, disaster recovery means we don't know what will happen. Anytime can happen anything. Am I right? You know, right? In the year of 2001 or 2000, there would be a World Trade Center collapsed. Okay, so why they have targeted World Trade Center in USA? Because entire US economy and data was stored in World Trade Center. So due to that reason, they collapsed. Even though the US country did not lose even single rupee. Why? Because the data already they are maintaining in disaster recovery. Even though they collapsed that building, so they are maintaining entire data in another data center. Okay, so they did not lose even single record. Only physically that building was collapsed, but data will be saved. Okay, so that is what disaster recovery. So to implement disaster recovery for small organizations, it is additional budget, additional cost, or additional burden for your project requirement. So in order to avoid all these things, okay, cloud computing came into the picture. Okay, what is the cloud? Any idea? Nowadays, cloud is generic term, right? If you go for anywhere in the market, people are talking about cloud, 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 cloud. So what is the cloud? What is the cloud computing exactly? Anyone? What is the cloud computing?
Accessing the data from anywhere.
Okay, what else?
Cost mainly like pay as you go. It's
Okay,
like
good.
benefits.
I
Yeah.
mean, you can minimize your cost using the cloud service.
Yes, correct. Why? Because when you go for cloud computing, you need not worry about infrastructure. Am I right? So to make it infrastructure, we can contact the cloud provider. They will provide ready-made infrastructure. On top of that, you can customize your application and host your application. Okay, yeah. So that is the main thing. Main point of cloud computing is, what is the cloud computing? It is collection of remote services. I'm repeating. What is that? For example, this is the cloud computing. What is the cloud computing? It is collection of remote services. All enterprise features, services, they have deployed in one location. Okay. So what is the cloud computing? It is collection of remote services. My words are very clear. What is the cloud computing? It is collection of remote services and access them over the internet is called cloud computing. I can say if we have one laptop, one internet connectivity, one cloud account, if we have these three parameters, that's it. We can develop our own application in fraction of minutes, make it available for the market. Got it? So here you need not worry about infrastructure, RAM, okay, provisioning of the application. Okay, they are ready-made. Okay, so that's why I'm providing the definition that cloud computing is collection of remote services and access them over the internet is called cloud computing, right? Yeah. So according to NIST definition, what they are saying is cloud computing is convenient on-demand network access where we can build networking server storage application devices with minimal management. Yeah, anyhow, if application moved to cloud, there would be minimal management. Okay, this is about what? Cloud computing. In cloud computing, always which contain three types of services. Okay, what are they? How many types of services? Three types of services. One is IaaS. IaaS in the sense infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a services. See, if you could understand infrastructure, the name itself, it is describing that infrastructure, whatever it is, maybe servers or storage or network or database, they are inbuilt, they are providing by vendor. Which vendor? I will let you know. Next, what is the infrastructure as a service? What is the infrastructure as a service? What all things comes under infrastructure as a service? What all things, guys? I can say servers, storage, network, database. Okay, these all comes under infrastructure as a services. So what does it mean? If you are expecting like 5 servers, okay, you can create 5 servers within fraction of minute. Only minute, guys. Within a minute, you can create 5 servers in cloud. If you would like to build these 5 servers in on-premises, minimum it will take 7 to 10 days. I am damn sure. Why? Because you should submit the request to data center team. They should get the approval from the next management team, then allocate the space. Next, to install the OS team is required. To configure the network configuration team is required. To configure the firewall team is required. So to complete entire this process, minimum it will take 7 to 10 days. In Azure or cloud computing, just it will take a minute. Okay, yeah, that is what infrastructure as a services. Next thing is when you go for infrastructure as a service, okay, they will provide infrastructure. On top of it, whatever the things are required, you have to manually install and configure. For example, this is the server. I would like to install .NET application. So what I have to do? First step, install IIS. Second step, install all .NET related add-ins. Okay. Third step, configure the ports. Fifth step, configure the DNS name. Seventh step, host your application. Right. So this configuration part you have to take care. For example, my requirement is I would like to deploy one Java application. Okay. So anyhow, server has been created within fraction of minute. To deploy one Java application, we have to install JDK. First step, Java Development Kit. Next, second step, install all Java related add-ins. Next, install one web server. Web server means like WebLogic, WebSphere, JBoss, or Tomcat server. That has to be installed. Next, on top of it, deploy Java application. So this part you have to take care. They are providing the infrastructure. Remaining part you have to take care. What type of application you are going to deploy and configure, that is totally depends on business requirement. Okay, maybe you are working on SAP project. So SAP related software has to be installed on top of what is that? This virtual machine, right? That is about what? How to uh, get the infrastructure in Azure cloud computing. That comes under what? Infrastructure as a services. Next, other thing is PaaS. What is that? PaaS. What is the PaaS, guys? I can say PaaS. What is the full form of the PaaS?
Platform as a service.
Yeah, platform as a service. Okay, why should we go for PaaS? Already I have infrastructure as a service, then why we need to go for PaaS? PaaS in the sense, the name itself, it is saying that they are providing platform and runtime. If they are providing both of them, what we have to do? Just host the application. What type of application? Anything, maybe .NET, Java, PHP, Python, Ruby, Node.js, any type of application you can host it. Okay, that is what platform as a service. Here, you need not worry about installation and configuration. I said, right, if they provided one server, I have to install all required softwares. Here, you need not worry about installation and configuration part. This is built-in environment they have provided. On top of it, you can host your application. Very simple. You have one .NET application, just go and deploy it. Why? Because they are ready-made environment. Ready-made environment means platform. They are providing platform and the runtime. Here, what runtime you are expecting? Java runtime. So I have .NET application. I would like to deploy .NET application. So already environment is there. Now just go and host it. So here installation, configuration, upgradation, okay, upgradation of the hardware, that all things will be taken care by vendor. Just you have to take care about your application part. Simply what it is saying is, please concentration on your business. Remaining all I will provide it. That is what PaaS is saying. Okay, yeah. Next, other third one is software as a services. Okay, so software as a service is very powerful in our day-to-day life. In our day-to-day life, and whatever the activities we are performing in offices, already we are in software as a services. Could you please let me know what is the best example for software as a service in the market? Anyone?
SAP.
Sorry, Office
SAP.
365. You know, right? Office 365. So there is no product to beat Office 365 in the market. In Office 365, they are providing 30+ components, guys. Best example, MS Teams. MS Teams, it is coming along with Office 365. Outlook. If people are using Outlook in the offices, right? Outlook. Same way, SharePoint. Okay. Next, Power BI. Okay. Power BI. Power Automation. MS Office. MS Office. Okay, like 30+ components they have provided along with Office 365. So these all comes under software as a services. Okay, in our assume that you are already working professional already. So you people are chatting with your colleagues inside of the organization. Okay, so who is managing that that part? Vendor. Already they have built-in provided functionality. So just we are using, that's it. Best example, real-time example for SaaS is pizza. Okay, so when you go for Domino's, when you order the pizza, that is ready-made. So that is ready to eat. How to eat it, that is depends on you. Maybe you can use your hand, or maybe you can use your fork, or you can use spoon. Okay, same way, SaaS in a sense, that is ready-made environment. So how to use it for your application or business, that is totally depends on your requirement. Okay, so as you said, right, there is no, what is that, technology to beat Office 365. So these are the 30+ components which they are providing it. See, bookings, calendars, okay, dynamics, Excel, forms, OneDrive, OneNote, Outlook, okay, people, planner, power automation, SharePoint, Steam, Spare, okay, Teams, etc., etc. Everything, it is part of Office 365. Okay.
Sekhar, sorry to disturb you once. I mean, there are three types of services you said. Like as per our requirement, we need to choose we are going to
Each one,
use, right?
correct.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Next. So this is one slide is enough to understand difference between on-premises and cloud. Okay. See, this is the on-premises. See, to configure networking.
May I interrupt, sir?
Yeah.
So actually, already I have been into other classes of DevOps with AWS Narcissa batch.
Yeah, you can go ahead. No issues. Okay.
So my question actually, sir, I wanted to know, is this class like which is useful for me or not, sir?
That all we will discuss it. Just to listen. At the end of the session, I will clarify all your doubts. Okay. In between, if you have any subject related, whatever I'm explaining, you can interrupt me anytime. Okay. Yeah, fine. Next, other thing is on-premises. In on-premises, see, to configure the networking, storage, okay, OS, middleware, runtime, to perform all these activities, we required what? Any idea? What do you require? DC, data center. That is on-premises. Next, in cloud computing, if you go for infrastructure as a service, see, whatever the things are highlighted with red color, that is provided by the vendor. Okay, on top of it, what type of OS you are looking, whether it is Windows or Linux. On top of it, what type of application you are going to host it, that is depends on your requirement. So here runtime you have to take care. Runtime means whether it is Java runtime or PHP runtime or .NET runtime or Node.js runtime, that you have to take care. Next, other thing is platform as a services. When you go for platform as a services, see guys, runtime, everything they are taking care about it, only deploy your application. What type of application? I said, right? .NET, Java, PHP, Python, whatever it is. Next, SaaS. SaaS in the sense software as a services. See, everything will be taken care by vendor. You need not worry about anything. Just you have to use it, that service as usual. Okay, you know, right? Google Drive or OneDrive is there. In OneDrive, what we are doing? Just uploading the documents and sharing with our colleagues, right? So, apart from that, are we doing anything? No. So who is managing that service in backend? Microsoft. That is what software as a services. Okay. Yeah. Next. This is about what? Difference between on-premises and cloud. Okay. Yeah. Next. Types of cloud. There are three types of clouds in the market. One is public, private, hybrid. What is the public? The resources can be accessible from anywhere in the world is called public. For example, I have created one VM. Okay, if I share ID, password, username with you, you can sit anywhere in the world. You will be able to communicate my mission. That is what public. Okay, what is the public? The resources can be accessible from anywhere in the world is called public. Okay, private in the sense, what does it mean?
Accessing within the network.
Yes, access the resources within the network is called private. Okay, best example, you people are going to office, am I right? For example, you are working in TCS. So when you go for office, we will connect it to TCS provided laptop or desktop. Then we will connect VPN there. VPN in a sense virtual private network. The moment when you connect VPN, what does that mean? The connection is establishing from your laptop to client network. So once it has been established, you people can access all client related applications, data, servers, etc. etc. Right, guys? The moment when you disconnected VPN, you will not able to access. Once you come out from the offices, you will not able to connect as usual in public internet. That is what private. What is the private? The resources can be accessible within the corporate network is called private. Okay. Next, hybrid in the sense, generic term, hybrid in the sense nowadays people are telling about the hybrid model work environment. Okay. So how is your working style in a sense? Hybrid model. Hybrid model in a sense, 2 days work from office, 3 days work from home. So what does that mean? The combination from work from home, work from office is called hybrid model. Same way here, hybrid cloud in the sense, the combination of public plus private cloud called hybrid cloud. So what does that mean? Few of the applications are running in public. Okay, few of the applications are running in on-premises, I mean private. So if we establish the connection between both of them, then we will call it as hybrid. Okay, so this is what hybrid cloud. Next, these are overview of cloud computing. Why should we go for on types of cloud computing? Okay, yeah. So there are many vendors to provide cloud computing technologies. Okay, what are the different vendors? Okay, one is Microsoft
Cloud.
Azure.
What are the vendors?
Okay, first thing is Microsoft Azure. Okay, second one is AWS. Third one is Google. Okay, fourth one is OpenStack. Okay, fifth one is Oracle Cloud. Sixth one is IBM Bluemix. Seventh one is Alibaba. Clear, guys? So these are cloud computing vendors are there to provide cloud computing technology. But out of them, very popular in the market is these two guys. If we consider, okay, if we consider cloud market is 100%, these two are occupied 80%, remaining are 20%, guys. Okay, so Microsoft
Hello, sir. Good
Azure.
morning. Good morning, sir. I'm Sai.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. Sir, SAP, HANA, and Salesforce also comes under this clouds, right?
Salesforce that comes under SaaS. They are not providing total all of these three.
Okay. As regarding S4 HANA, sir, SAP S4.
SAP HANA, they are providing database that is there in Azure cloud also.
Azure. Okay.
SAP HANA database that is using for SAP applications, right?
Correct.
That database there that is not in cloud. It is there in Azure cloud. I will show you that service.
Okay.
Okay, to be frank, going forward, SAP totally integrated with Microsoft Azure only.
Okay.
They are big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are
Next.
migrating, right, sir?
Yes. Maximum all application SAP, even SAP organization application itself, they are using Azure cloud only.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Next. So yeah, this is about what Azure, Microsoft Azure and AWS. So as I said, these two itself, they occupied 80% demand in the market. Okay, there is a big competition. Microsoft will say I am the market leader. AWS say no, I am the market leader. Every day they are fighting each other. Okay, so why Microsoft Azure, why it is going to be the market leader and all, I will let you know. I am not going to tell like I am working as an architect on Microsoft Azure. I could not say Microsoft Azure is the market leader. There are certain points which will explain about Microsoft Azure is the market leader. Why market leader? Okay, yeah. Now see, this is the exact logo of Microsoft Azure earlier. So what is the Azure? Microsoft can mention the name called Microsoft Cloud, right? Instead of Microsoft Azure. Yes, they could mention it. By why they have introduced Azure keyword? So if Microsoft introduce any keyword, so behind that there is lot of reasons. Many reasons would be there. Okay, one thing, Azure in the sense it is blue color sky, guys. Initial in the year of 2010, okay, logo is this is the one Microsoft Azure logo. It is what? Blue color sky. It is the cloud. What is that? Cloud logo. So Azure in the sense it is blue color sky. In blue color sky itself we have clouds. Okay, so they mentioned this name. So actually Microsoft Azure introduced by from Microsoft is Nadella Satya. Okay, this is the one big change what happened at Microsoft organization. Due to that one reason, there are many reasons should be considered, and that's why he become as a CEO of Microsoft. Okay, since 10 years now. So what is the Azure? See, this is exact definition of Microsoft Azure. This definition provided by Microsoft, not by me. What is the Microsoft Azure? Azure is a comprehensive set of cloud services. Comprehensive in the sense, group of, set of, all enterprise features. Okay, where we can, where we can build, deploy, manage, and access the applications through global network data centers. Through global network data centers in the sense, what does it mean? Microsoft has their own data centers around the world. Okay, for example, this is the Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft has their own data centers around the world. Okay, so around 140 countries, Microsoft has their own data centers. So 60 plus regions and 140 countries, Microsoft has their own data center. So very largest infrastructure and largest network in the world. Okay, yeah. So that's why this is the one point I could say Microsoft Azure is the market leader. When you are coming to the AWS, AWS has just 18 plus regions. They don't have these many data centers. Okay, yeah. So I am repeating, what is the Microsoft Azure? Azure is a comprehensive set of cloud services where we can build, deploy, manage, and access the applications through global network data centers is called Microsoft Azure. Right? Yeah. Next, when Microsoft Azure came into the picture, okay, when Microsoft Azure came into the picture in the year of 2010. In the year of 2010, Microsoft introduced cloud computing. That time we will call it as Windows Azure. Okay, AWS came into the picture in the year of 2006. Okay, in between 4 years, a lot of market they captured it. So even though Microsoft Azure came to the picture in the year of 2010, now he is the market leader. So in Windows Azure, they were implemented in the year of 2010. Okay, that time Microsoft supports only Windows related applications. Later, in the year of 2014, they introduced new deployment model called ARM. ARM in the sense Azure Resource Manager. Okay, then they renamed it Windows Azure as a Microsoft Azure. Microsoft Azure. Now, officially, we are calling it as Microsoft Azure. Okay, this is the history of Microsoft Azure when they were introduced into the market and when they have changed the name, that all information. Next, why should we go for Microsoft Azure? Okay, so first thing is, Microsoft Azure, they have provided what? 60 plus regions, 140 countries. See, Azure has more global regions than any other cloud provider. See, other cloud provider means who is the competitor? AWS. Okay, offering this scale, bring your application closer to customer. Bring your application closer to customers in the sense, come to our real time. If you need one tablet, just always we will look for nearest medical shop. Am I right? Even though there is big medical shop in main road, we will not go there, right? Why? Because distance. Okay, time waste. Same way, I have more customers in South India. I will go and deploy my application in South India region, on South India data center. So what does that mean? I am bringing my application to closer to customers. If you are bringing your application closer to customers, you can provide good performance, good service to customers, low network latency. If there were any issues, immediately I can resolve them on priority basis. Okay, this is another reason why Microsoft Azure is market leader. Okay, other thing is Microsoft Azure, as I said, lot of data centers, lot of regions they have provided. Okay, and other thing is low cost. Low cost, half of the, I mean 50% products belongs to Microsoft only, trust me. Okay, so best example, Office 365, Windows, there is no competitor for Windows operating system in GUI. Next, SQL Server, competitor is Oracle. .NET, competitor is Java. So like 50% of products from Microsoft, competitor for entire world. So Azure is Microsoft product, and their own products they are providing with less cost itself. So usage of Azure drastically increased. Earlier, sure, AWS is very popular. At this time, market is almost leader is Azure. I am not telling. You people can Google it and grab the information. Okay. Yeah. Next. So what is the benefits of Azure? I said, right, one is low cost and the instant capacity. Instant capacity in the sense, now my virtual machine size is 1 CPU, okay, 3.5 GB RAM. Okay, I would like to upgrade 8 CPUs, okay, and 16 GB RAM. To do that, we can do instantly. Just maximum it will take 30 seconds to 1 minute. So dynamic capacity, you can change it anytime. Next, other thing is global research and open, very flexible. Global reach in the sense, what does that mean? Your data can be distributed across the globe in a minutes. Okay, you know, right? Why Facebook, Google, Twitter, Microsoft sites are very fast? They are dumping the data. I mean, they are caching the data across the world in nearest data centers. We can call them as cache servers. Okay, so this is the cache server. This is the main data centers. If I access my Facebook account, my request will go to nearest data center and response will be back to the client. My request will not go to what? Main data center. So what does it mean? They are maintaining the data, I mean cache data nearest to users, so that these applications are very fast. So Microsoft itself, their own cache servers around the world. Okay, they can distribute the data across the globe in a minutes. Next, secure. It is Microsoft Azure is very secure. How secure is? For example, Nadila said that travel in the wire. I mean, they are traveling in the flight. Okay, beside we are sitting. If he theft his laptop, okay, Microsoft CEO laptop, if he theft, if I come to Hyderabad and try to decrypt it, that data, we will not able to do that. Okay, so they have implemented such kind of algorithm for our data. At any cost, your data will be very secure. Okay, another example, if you enter into the Microsoft Azure data centers, okay, to theft the data, I mean to steal in the data. Okay, assume that you enter into the data center, you unplug one desk, come out from the data center. If you try to decrypt the data, it won't allow. Okay, why? Because they implemented algorithms in such a way that at any cost data cannot be tracked. Okay, that's why last 10 years, do you hear about data center Azure data is hacked? No. Okay, yeah, that is very, very, very secure. Microsoft Azure data centers. These are overview of Microsoft Azure. Okay, if we have any questions, feel free and ask me. Other thing is, just have a look. I'm going back to azure.microsoft.com. I'm requesting you remember only this site. I don't ask you to remember anything else. This is the only one site which Microsoft is providing for all documentation purpose. Okay, so please remember this site till you are there with Microsoft Azure. Okay, only one site. I am not asking you. I am not going to ask you to remember more URLs. Okay, so what is that? Azure.microsoft.com, which contain entire Azure information, guys. Okay, if I have any doubt in future, I will go and refer this site only. Okay, if I have any issues to troubleshoot, I will go and refer this site only. Okay, yeah, next. So why Microsoft Azure? Directly they have provided. Have a look, overview. See, they have provided why Microsoft Azure, why not AWS. This is the Microsoft official site, guys. Why Azure? Azure is one service cost is 1 rupee. In AWS is 5 rupees cost. Okay, why Microsoft Azure less cost is most of the products are belongs to Microsoft only, right? So what is that? Take advantage of unique saving program with Azure. Okay, AWS is 5 times more expensive than Microsoft Azure. Okay, guys. Yeah, best example I said Windows platform and Microsoft SQL Server as and PaaS. They are very cheaper than my AWS. Okay, yeah, compared to AWS, Azure very, very, very cheap. Next, apart from that, see, go for more. Here we have, yeah, this is the one. Windows Azure, SQL, SQLs. These are very cheaper services in Microsoft Azure compared to AWS. Next, other thing is save your existing license. I mean, already in on-premises you are using Windows license that could be migrated into Azure Cloud Platform. Same license we can use it. You need not purchase the license and again and again. Next, other thing is reserve upfront and cost. Upfront and cost means there is no cost. Okay, so whatever the hardware you are going to use is just pay for them. Next, extend security patches. I mean, if you are using any older technologies that can be migrated into Azure, still they are providing the security patches. So your data will be secure. Still, you people can use older technologies. So this is overview of Microsoft Azure. So I don't want to push entire content in single day. In tomorrow's session, I am going to discuss about what are the certification papers provided by Microsoft. Okay, certification papers provided by Microsoft and Microsoft. Okay, and what are the content syllabus which I am going to cover, that I will present it in tomorrow's session. Okay, this course I am going to concentration on AZ104, that is Azure Administration. Okay, and the other thing is AZ400, that is Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps. Okay, we have many certifications. I can say just go to Microsoft official site, Microsoft.com. Very simple, Microsoft.com. Okay. At end of the URL, type learning. Type learning. See here, you can go for certification information. Okay, these are many certifications. Microsoft is Azure related. We have around 30 certifications. Okay, we can go for anything, but very popular are administration, developer, architect, DevOps, these four guys. So based on your requirement, you can proceed with anything, but administration is mandatory. Okay. One thing is administrator and DevOps. These two combination I'm going to explain it. Okay. If you have 10+ years of experience, if you would like to become as an architect, these two are mandatory. Based on experience, you will become as an architect. Okay. Developer in the sense you should have prior experience on .NET or Java. So same solutions, how we could develop it in Azure, that all comes under developer. So I will give you in detail information in tomorrow's session about this certification information. Okay. So far, whatever I have discussed, if you have any questions, feel free and ask me.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, ADF and Azure DevOps both are same or different, sir? ADF.
Azure Data Factory, Data Lake, they are different papers. You see, here we have another paper, right? Data Engineer. So Azure Data Factory, ADF. Azure Data Bricks, ADB. Okay, Azure Data Lake, ADL. These three topics comes under what? Data Engineer paper.
So my question, sir.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
So I have a question. Like, so actually, I'm doing DevOps right now. As I said, DevOps with AWS. So
Okay.
if I go for Azure, like DevOps with Azure, already if I'm doing DevOps, then what should I actually learn? So in Azure,
yeah, see, good
anything.
question. AWS DevOps is different. Azure DevOps is different. When you go for AWS DevOps, we can call it as open source. There might be, they are teaching about Ansible, Jenkins, Puppet. Okay,
Yeah.
these all things, right?
Okay.
So Azure DevOps, they have their own pipeline. Okay, so they have their own setup. Using that, we can process same thing. Whatever you are doing, AWS DevOps, same thing we can here, you can do that, but built-in environment. That's why Azure DevOps is market leader now. Earlier, the people are using that Jenkins and all. Now everyone started using.
I mean, so like in Azure DevOps, like what is the syllabus? Can you share, sir?
Yeah, that's what. Tomorrow I'm going to present it. Everything.
And sir, what about Azure Admin? What is that actually?
Admin in AWS admin, what you are doing? Creating services, hosting
I am user and
environment, right? Same
all those
thing.
things. EC2, S3, all those things, right?
Yeah, same thing here. That services
that
will
means
be
like what we're learning here in AWS DevOps, that here we need to learn like Azure Admin and Azure DevOps. Is it,
yes,
sir?
correct.
So is there anything like other things are needed or some not Azure fundamentals and all?
Azure fundamentals is already included in AZ104 that I will present it in next session.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So if I finish this course, so am I well trained for the certification for Azure?
Yes, 100%. You can certified. I will help you out on it.
And
Thank
sir,
you.
how much package we can expect like after completion of this course?
This is tricky question. Already you are professional, right? So how much package in the sense that is depends on your previous experience, previous how many years experience do you have? If you have 1 year experience, if you expect, yeah, 1 second. If you have 1 year experience, if you expect 20 lakhs, it doesn't mean that.
Right.
Yeah.
Hi, sir.
How much we can expect actually as a fresher?
Sorry?
How much we can expect as a fresher in this Azure Admin and Azure DevOps?
How much you can expect?
Yeah, like see, if I ask sir, like what we will learn in this batch, like after learning, like what will be actually up to how much we can do actually, like how much.
If you learn my course, guys, 100% you can put on Azure 6 years of experience. You can survival in the market. That's it.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sekhar, this is Prasad.
Yeah.
So like I have gone through the course content. So I have one quick question. Like, are you going to cover LV also?
LB, load balancer. Yes, why
Correct.
not?
Load balancing all the types. So like
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, Manish this side.
Yeah.
I have a question. Are you also provide ongoing project level training and on live training?
Yes. This is totally practical training. Okay. So they totally it is included in real time, guys. Okay. As a architect, whatever I have implemented on my projects, that is I am going to present it here. I am not going to use any free trial. I am going to use only license Azure only, my end. So each and everything would be implemented. Everything would be practical. That you have to remember.
So I have to do. We will also do, right?
Yes, 100%.
So what is the course duration?
2 months.
It's a 2-month course.
Yeah, it
every
is
day
2
we-
months course.
Every day. It's every
Yeah,
day class?
every day. So Monday to Friday. So it depends on your availability. We will schedule the class on Saturday as well. But that we will decide it on Friday.
Sir, is there any other batch is going on at any other time? Because my class is classing actually this time.
No, this is the only one batch. If there are any batches, batches will be start now. Institute people will let you know about it.
Hello, hi sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm Kiran here. So to learn the Azure, is there any prerequisite? Because of I'm come from non-coding background.
Okay. So any working professional, no issues, guys. Why? Because cloud is now front gate. Okay. Front gate in the sense, you know, right? Once you complete the BTech or MCA, people always will say first learn CC++. Am I right? Earlier. Yes or no? Once you learn CC++, then you are eligible to learn any other courses, maybe Java, .NET, or what else it is. Same way, if you would like to enter into the IT industry, now cloud is gate pass, guys. Okay, whether you are working on Azure administration or SQL admin or database admin or VMware or VM Hyper-V, anything, it is least bother about it. If you enter into the IT for cloud, you should learn what is that one cloud technology. Whether you learn AWS or Azure, that is total depends on you.
So do we need to learn Linux also, or it is not required?
Mandatory, that's what. Basics are required.
But in this syllabus, what I'm seeing in this website, DurgaSoft, it is not available, sir. And Linux is not.
Yeah, Linux is included already. Virtual machine deployment with Linux already included. I will present it in next session.
Tomorrow session will remain same or is it different?
Yeah, same time, 7:30, guys.
Link is it same?
Yeah, link will be same. Yeah.
So, Sekhar, the timings is 7:30 to 8:30 regularly?
Yes, it is. Timings won't be changed. That is regular. 7:30 to 8:30.
Sekhar, Sushant here. So to learn this course, laptop is mandatory, right? I should have a laptop. And what is the configuration for that?
Yeah, so minimum 8 GB RAM. Make sure that your laptop, that would be good.
So Mac also it is okay.
Yeah, Mac. This is the browser, right? Anywhere you can access it.
If someone is having 4 GB, so it's an old laptop, would that not suffice the purpose? I'm having the 4 GB.
I couldn't hear you, KK.
I have the 4 GB RAM in the laptop, old one. So will that be sufficient, or I need
4 GB? Yeah.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, you can use it, but it is very, very, very slow. It won't be respond.
Hi, Sekhar, Manish said again. I have a question. After completing this course, can I assume that I have a 1 year experience in the market?
No. So minimum to get the calls, you have to mention 3 years of experience.
3 years of experience, right? Yeah. Because I in the professional, I am working with 7 to 8 years in the as a Windows administrator.
Okay.
Server administrator.
Yeah, 7 to already you have totally experienced 7 to 8 years in the sense. Make it for.
But I do not have any experiences on the cloud.
Yeah, Raju.
It's all totally
Yes.
on premises. I have working on premises level data center.
Yes. A Windows administrator is right person for go for Azure here. I can say.
Okay.
That is perfect.
Just last thing. So as discussed yesterday, just wanted to know the pre-recorded videos duration. The duration, maximum duration for which the recording videos will be available for future references.
Yes. For every session, recorded videos will be provided by institute people. That would be 1 year. So apart from that, for every topic, I will provide the documentation and the latest dumps. Okay, and interview questions. Okay, resume preparations. Till then, I will take care about it.
The duration is for 1 year, right?
Yeah, the access duration would be 1 year. They will provide.
And Sekhar, do we also require to come get the course of like Kubernetes and Docker like that after?
Yeah, yes. Kubernetes and Docker, they have already included in Azure DevOps.
Already included, right?
That is AKS. In Azure, we will call it as Azure Kubernetes Services. So that, yeah,
there is one also coming in the market with Azure Administrator, like something. I do not remember as of now. Okay, no problem.
Hi, sir.
Yeah.
So what is the course duration?
Yeah, 2 months, Subhash.
Okay, so by December or Jan, it will be.
Yeah. So, yes.
Can you, sir, tomorrow compare at least like what is there in AWS DevOps and what is there in Azure DevOps, so that like.
Yeah, so that course syllabus, whatever I'm going to present, that I will show you 100%.
Okay. Yeah, because like there we are using Ansible and all. I think it is not here now.
Not here, yes. Syllabus paper, because in the syllabus, whatever they have shown us, that I will explain you.
These guys are providing direct UI, I think. UI
yeah, correct. That's what inbuilt environment.
Azure is more easier than others. Actually,
more easy and powerful. That's what.
Yeah. Yeah. One more thing.
UI visual based.
GUI, I can say.
No. This is a visual editor kind of thing, sir.
No.
Web application.
Yes.
Can we know more about you? That's my question.
More about
you?
I didn't get you. What is that?
Your introduction. You explained very small, simple way. So.
Okay. Oh, you need my information, huh?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Okay. My name is Sekhar Reddy. So I have 15+ years of experience. Currently, I'm working as Azure architect. So in teaching field, I have more than 12 years of experience. Both my career has started teaching and working knowledge, both guys.
So you also touching like Java?
No, I am working on only Microsoft technologies. I know only Microsoft Azure. I am working on Microsoft Azure. That's it.
Independent architect or working in some organization?
Sorry?
Independent architect or working in organization?
Yes.
Which one?
No, working with organization only.
Okay.
Sekhar, can you contact directly or anytime you want to contact?
Actually, institute people, they will create one, maybe what is that we can say, Telegram or WhatsApp group. So I will be there in the WhatsApp group or Telegram group. So you can post any questions over there. I will respond it. Okay.
Okay. Sekhar, this demo sessions, this will be valid for how many days more? And
sorry?
These demo sessions that are being conducted, this will be for how many days more? Because
maybe tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Check with institute people. They will. But tomorrow and day after tomorrow, 3 demo sessions.
For all these sessions, the link will remain the same.
Yeah, same it will be. Yeah.
And post that it will be changed. Is it?
No. If there is a link change, then they will let you know 100%.
Okay.
Sekhar, this is Vikas. When are you going to start the course?
Yeah, this will be continue, guys. Okay, so there is no specific to start the session. So today I given the introduction of Azure Cloud. Tomorrow we will cover about syllabus and how to subscribe for Azure free trial. So day after tomorrow onwards, we will host the services.
Okay.
Whether you will treat it as demo sessions or going on, that is based on that. Okay, but it is ongoing process. Okay?
This is the first session, right?
Yes, first session. Correct.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
సార్ మళ్ళీ ఇంకోసారి చెప్పండి సార్. ADF ప్లస్ Azure DevOps డిఫరెంట్ సార్ అది.
Yeah, Azure Data Factory, Azure Data Lake, Azure Databricks, these three are data engineer. So whoever having the experience on Cognos, data stage, these all people will go for. We can say reporting tool, guys. Yeah.
DevOps, sir, Azure DevOps.
Azure DevOps totally, that is automation. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Just one quick
Both are different.
Yeah, both are different.
Okay.
So, Sekhar, this is mainly as an administrator, not the DevOps, right?
This is Azure administration. Once it is over, then we will move on to Azure DevOps.
Okay. The administration, how long a duration and what is the duration for the Azure DevOps?
Yeah, you can consider 1 month, 1 month.
Okay.
Sekhar, just one thing, like for the programming, we need to have the constant practice every time. So is it same for this Azure admin and DevOps as well? Like
yeah, it is
constantly?
same. Yes, it is same. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Tomorrow we'll connect back. Bye. Have a great day. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thanks,
Hello, Sekhar. Hello.
Yeah, Krishna.
Yeah. This is Krishna Kumar. I am late. Just before 5 minutes, I was joined for the meeting. Can I have the today's link recording?
Yeah, sure. You will be receiving that link by your email address. It will be there in your inbox in another 1 hour. Okay.
Sir, will we get videos if we don't attend the class?
Yes, 100%. We'll get the video.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Bye. Have a great day.